Palia is a cozy community sim MMO that has some strong Stardew vibes, but also has a ton of inspiration from New Horizons decoration mechanics. But they did it way better. And we can play online with our friends and other Palians from around the world. It's the Animal Crossing MMO that we've been waiting for. And I'm here for it. Alright, so what is Palia? We should probably start there. We know it's a cozy MMO, but what does that mean? It means everything in Palia has a cozy atmosphere. Oh wow, good description. Which means you won't see hundreds upon hundreds of people around you, but there are still players. You gotta keep those cozy vibes. After playing enough MMOs, you realize that the more people around, it just makes getting your quests done difficult. Now, you don't have to worry about all those people stealing every single one of your resources. Beginning of New World, that was a pain in the butt. In fact, Palia handles resources differently than most games. Let's say you want to play with a friend in Palia, which makes sense because it's an MMO after all. Well, you won't have to race your friend to those resource nodes. Instead, let them get a whack at it with you, and you'll both get the loot. No more losing friendships while playing video games because your party member stole your copper. Whether it's trees, ore, or even wildlife, all of it can be shared if you participate. Even fishing with friends grants you a fishing bonus. You can play Palia alone if you want, but everything is better with friends. And on a server full of players, there's a lot of friends. You probably want to play with people you already know. Unlike your typical MMO, Palia doesn't make you pick a server to join when you start out. You don't have to worry about getting all your friends together in one place. You can freely join whoever you want, whenever you want. All games should be like this. Like most cozy games, there are a lot of ways to grab resources. We've already gone over the ore searching, but we can also tree chop, catch bugs, garden, hunt, craft items, and everyone's favorite mechanic that makes every game immediately better, fishing. You'll never run out of resources to collect, and there are so many items to craft with these resources. Take those raw materials and turn them into ingredients for your favorite aesthetic. Because look at this game, this whole thing is an aesthetic. Don't forget to find your one true love while you're running around looking for resources. Kilima Village is chock full of hotties waiting for your attention. Pick your romance option and get to work. But don't leave the others out in the dust. Every villager has their own lore that you can discover as you become better friends with them. Their stories hit you with a ton of bricks, kinda similar to Stardew Valley. The more you talk to them, the more they tell you. Find their favorite gift for the week and start shoving it in their faces. Literally, just keep giving them gifts. The villagers will also send you on quests to help around the village. There may not be a Tom Nook around, but you can't just live here for free. If Gel asks you for shells, you better run your butt to the beach. He's got some secrets, just look at him. You probably don't want to get on his bad side. These quests remind me of the good old days of the GameCube Animal Crossing. There's something about fetch quests, man. I don't know what it is, but if they want a rock, by golly, I'm gonna get them a rock. And I'm gonna be excited doing it. The decoration in Palia is insane in the best possible way. If you love any kind of cluttercore, oh, you're gonna love this. We each have our own home plot instanced outside of the village, so you won't get random people showing up to your beautiful homestead if you don't want them there. When placing furniture down in our home plot, we see this grid, and it's a beautiful grid. These squares are small enough so you're not pulling an Animal Crossing where furniture items move halfway across the room when you're trying to move it a little bit, and the furniture can be placed diagonally. New Horizons who? Also, your friends can help you decorate. Ugh, why is it 2023 and this is like one of the first games that lets you do this? I think maybe Stardew Multiplayer was the only other one that saw the benefit in someone else helping you decorate, but this is absolutely amazing. Damn it, never mind. Now I see why it's not an Animal Crossing. Don't give editor status to people you don't trust. And here's my favorite part. You can get rid of the grid, which means you can put furniture wherever you want. When I tell you my mind was blown, I mean it. This grid is nice if you want help snapping items into place, but if you want to be able to put this tiny bottle here or here, you can do it. Clutter it up, baby. Take notes, every other game that has ever had a decorating mechanic. And, oh yeah, I'm not done. You can place rugs outside. Ding, 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 we have a winner, folks. Palia figured it out, finally. Oh, God. Decorating is just one of the many activities that you can participate in. And if decorating isn't your thing, there's still plenty to do. Thank God, because sometimes I'm not so good at decorating, and I need something else for a bit. And one of my favorite things to do, fishing. Palia has a unique fishing system compared to other games. It's a nice breath of fresh air when it comes to fishing in a game. So the whole idea is you have to keep the bobber in the center of the indicator while you reel in the fish. If the bobber is outside of the green circle or the fish decides to jump while you're reeling in, you'll lose fishing health and risk losing the fish. Sometimes, easy peasy. Other times, I want to strangle the fish. You can also find some cool surprises like furniture or a wheel for things, probably. There's literally a whole furniture series just hiding in the water. It's amazing. Unlike some other popular resource gathering cozy games, Palia does not run off an energy system. You can go all day and all night if you want to. No sleeping required, just sleep IRL eventually. Instead, Palia uses a focus system that rewards you with extra XP. You gain focus by eating delicious food. It's nice because if you don't have any food on you or you don't feel like cooking, you're technically not penalized for the way you decide to play. One of my favorite skills is chopping wood. Yes, I'm serious. You're gonna need a ton of wood if you want to craft most of the furniture, so get chopping. And chopping, and chopping. Sometimes you'll come across an enchanted tree that gives you a special kind of wood, but you're gonna need a couple friends to help you out, especially at the beginning of your adventure. These things fight back. Incredibly disrespectful if I do say so myself. But all you have to do is find a friend or ask random people in the server. These trees don't spawn often, so more than likely you'll find a battle partner to help destroy the magical purpleness. These raid trees are a nice way to give you a reason to work with other people. I'm an introvert, and if it wasn't for these trees, I wouldn't talk to anyone in this game, but sometimes you gotta step out of your comfort zone and into the magical purple shiny stuff. Gardening is a skill I keep up with every in-game day, even if I do have to put up with the Badru puns to level up the skill. Days in Palia last 1 real-life hour. Every in-game day at 6 a.m., your crops grow, which means they'll need more watering. It's the only thing that I'm ever on time for, making sure my plants aren't thirsty. You're just a bad plant mom if you don't immediately go to your home plot at 6 a.m. every day. Crops are a great way to make gold. Fill up your plots and then fill up your sell box, but save a few if you want to cook. Cooking in this game? It's a hoot. Just said hoot. I feel like this is the first game outside of Cooking Mama games where the mechanic is an actual minigame. You don't just press a button and watch your character do all the work like the lazy gamer that you are. Just like real life cooking, there's a lot to it. You have to chop, you have to stir, you have to sniff. These early recipes are a good tutorial, but once you get into the more elaborate recipes, holy crap, it's a lot. It feels like Gordon Ramsay's gonna shove bread on either side of my face. It's stressful, but really fun. And you can do it with your friends. Did you see that coming? Of course you did, because you can do everything with your friends. They can lend a helping hand so you don't have to worry about ruining food alone. It can be a collective failure instead. Hunting is the most satisfying mechanic in the game. I know we're shooting these really cute animals, but it's okay. They might as well be an invasive species. The arc of the arrow, the satisfying poof of the virtual animal that isn't real so don't get attached to it. I'll always stop and pull out an arrow. We're just helping to save the environment. Look at it that way. Catching bugs has a similar feel. You can chuck smoke bombs at them to disorient them enough that you can just pick them up with your filthy bare hands and shove the creature into your pocket. At least I'm pretty sure that's what happens in all of these games. Don't forget to fill up your collection of bugs and become a true Pokemon master. Palia Master. Your skills have levels, which just makes me want to max them out immediately. There's always something for me to do in this game. The more you level up your skills, the better tools you get to craft, which allows you to acquire different resources. When I need a break from chopping, fishing, throwing, shooting, and pouring, I talk to the villagers around Kilima. Be friends with them. Give them random gifts every day, because who doesn't love a rock as a present? No, really, they'll turn away a rock if they don't like it though. And learn about their lives. If you need more motivation, you get rewards for leveling up your friends, so do it. Once you're done exploring Kilima, there's a whole other area at your fingertips. Bahari is huge and holds new fish, new bugs, new resources ready for you to steal from this beautiful land. I feel like there's always something to explore and discover in this game. Just look at this place. How could you not want to spend hours here? Or that's my excuse for spending hours here. There's always something new to find, like this secret night market with cool furniture that you can buy. Something's always around the corner. You would think a free-to-play game, which by the way, Palia is free-to-play, did I mention that? I should probably have mentioned that earlier. You would think a free-to-play game would have you drowning in microtransactions. Not Palia. There are things that you can buy, of course, they gotta make money somehow, but it's only the cosmetic items. And boy, are they pretty. You can tell they actually put work into these cosmetics. I've already dropped way too much money on these. How can I resist mixing and matching these outfits? I love them. And of course, every game is better with gacha, especially free gacha. The best part about Palia, it's a live service game. We'll be getting constant updates. That means more content for us. Maybe some other games should take some notes on this system of updating. Since the closed beta has just begun, we'll have to wait and see what the developers have in store for us, but I'm hopeful and excited to see the direction Palia takes in the future. August 10th is when the open beta starts, so get your butts ready. Welcome home, and I'll see you out there.